The National Dialogue Committee is unable to agree on a common position on the cost of living. Now, the committee that attempted to retreat to Stoni Athi in Machakos to prepare its report has been forced to call off the retreat until next Wednesday, when members will be recalling Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndungu to help them, quote, crack the nut. Let's get more from our very own Stephen Little.
The National Dialogue Committee, co-chaired by Kalonzo Musyoka and Kimani Ichung'wah, is racing against time to conclude its report before the 26th of this month, when their mandate lapses. The committee that retreated to Stoni Athi in Machakos County to compile a report has, however, encountered hurdles, with the two sides said to be pulling in different directions on ways to bring down the cost of living.
We have had very extensive discussions and deliberations on the issues touching on the cost of living, and agreed on a number of things, but we have also found need to make further consultations, and that's why we asked for time out to make further consultations.
So the cost of living matter, we said we decided to confront it head on. Okay, that's why we have asked for further consultations.
The greater headache for the Kimani Ichung'wah Kalonzo Musyoka-led dialogue team is on the housing levy and the taxation under the Finance Act of 2023. Groups including the charge that appeared before the committee during its sittings at the Bomas of Kenya recommended a total repeal of the Finance Act. NADCO says it will recall Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndungu next week to help the committee tackle the two areas before a final report is prepared.
You see, there are proposals on the table, principally those that touch on taxation, and something like the housing fund, which also falls within that ambit. And it's those issues that we want to engage the National Treasury further on.
We are convening on Wednesday, the 22nd, for 1 hour with Professor Ndungu, and we hope he can help us crack that issue of the cost of living.
On the sidelines, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has placed new demands on the table, saying before he appends his signature on the NADCO report, it must first address the issues around IEBC reconstitution, audit of the 2022 presidential election servers, and the cost of living.
Gharama ya maisha. Tatu, mambo ya sava. Mambo ya sava. Sava. Ifanyiwe nini? Ukaguzi. Ili julikani matokeo yalikuwa namna gani. Haya ni masharti yetu.
Odinga's allies, who accompanied him to a meeting with the clergy in Westlands, asked the Azimio leader to reject the report if it will not address the cost of living.
Sisi tunaambia Raila Amolo Odinga, kama hiyo report haina mambo ya cost of living, kurudisha gharama ya maisha chini, usiweke sahihi. Paka aweke sahihi ndio ifike wapi? Kwa bunge.
If they have not addressed the issue for IEBC, then that report is not complete. We shall shoot it down. That one we can promise that we shall not allow it to pass if it does not address those two pertinent issues.
The National Dialogue team says it will conclude the report by the 26th of November. Stephen Little, Citizen TV.